Working hard is important. But there is something that matters even more: believing in yourself. Don't try too hard to be something you're not. You don't have to be gay to be a supporter, you just have to be a human. If you're having a bad day, get on with your job, because you having a bad day can affect everyone around you. Go boldly and honestly through the world. Learn to love the fact that there is nobody else quite like you. People tell me I look mournful. They say, "Cheer up, Dan, it's not that bad." Sometimes I just look into space, which freaks people out. If I was ever required to do anything other than look haunted, I could. I'm a happy person. There's never enough time to do nothing. I'm very proud of being Jewish. It means I have a good work ethic, and you get Jewish humor and you're allowed to tell Jewish jokes. England is my home. London is my home. New York feels like, if I have to spend a year living in an unfamiliar city, this is a pretty lovely one to spend a year in, but I will be going home at the end of it, certainly. The best thing I've learned is, if you're going out, never go out alone. You leave yourself vulnerable. If you've got someone else there you trust, they can say, be wary of that person. I probably used to be too trusting of people. What I love about the gay thing is that every single person I type into Google, it doesn't matter if it's Florence Welch, anybody. If you are not being called gay, you don't have a career. That's my theory. There are two types of poets: people who write poetically about their lives, and poets that live poetically and write about it. I feel very English in a suit. There's something about being in a suit abroad, particularly in America, that feels empowering. There is something inherently valuable about being a misfit. It's not to say that every person who has artistic talent was a social outcast, but there is definitely a value for identifying yourself differently and being proud that you are different. Dumbledore once told the young actor, "It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities." People do incredible things for love, particularly for unrequited love. Being in Harry Potter is like being in the mafia. Once you are in, you are never really out. Being self-critical is good, being self-hating is destructive. There's a very fine line there somewhere, and I walk it carefully. I'm a serial monogamist. I'm not one of those people that can date loads of people at the same time. It's all too complicated. it's important to say that the more challenging a scene is, in a way, the more fun it is, because the more of my job I get to do. When you're in the position I'm in, you have two options. You can either shut yourself off from everybody, from the world, and not live a full life. Or you welcome everybody into your life, and occasionally somebody will try to take advantage. When you're 17 to early 20s, that's the time you're trying to work out who you are. If you're trying to make some kind of artistic or creative impact, that's the age when you start to figure out how to do that. There's no blueprint for where I should be. I see myself as a young, good actor who still has a lot to learn. There's nobody at any point in their career who is the finished article. Some people are asking me questions like this is a more shocking subject, which is so strange. Because I'm short and slim, I can identify with somebody who's an unlikely fit for something and desperately wants to be part of it. I want to prove to people that I'm an actor and not just a character. If I was left to my own devices, you would see about 10 t-shirts in rotation with maybe a few nice pairs of jeans, but I also like to look good. I like feeling really well put together. I just don't have the aptitude and the knowledge to do that. Religion leaves no room for human complexity. With any kind of artistic thing, it's a muscle, like any athlete, and the moment you're not doing it, you lose all confidence. That's why I'm terrible with downtime. Every job I do, I like to think it makes me better or I learn things. It's all about how much something's going to stretch me or test me. I've never been one of the cool people at school, but then again, I don't get the people who are cool. It's not that I don't like them, it's just that they don't interest me.